Welcome to the City of Battle Creek, Michigan, in the Battle Creek City Commission meeting for August 19th, 2025. It is 7 o'clock. We thank you for being here with us. We're going to start our meeting with a moment of silence for our invocation, and then we're going to have a pledge of allegiance, and we want to ask Commissioner Patrick O'Donnell to discern the pledge. Commissioner Patrick O'Donnell.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Patrick O'Donnell. Next item on our agenda is roll call. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
Commissioner Kuharski-Smith.
Here.
Commissioner Lacoste.
Here.
Commissioner Lance.
Here.
Commissioner Morris.
Here.
Mayor Benke.
Here.
Commissioner Reynolds.
Present.
Commissioner O'Donnell.
Here.
Commissioner Simmons.
Here.
And Vice Mayor Sophia.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is the Beautiful Battle Creek Awards. Ted, if you could help us announce those. I'm going to ask Commissioner Simmons to come down since almost all of these are from his ward.
Yes, so this evening from NPC 11 Ward 4, we have a nomination for Brad and Lisa Miller at 200 Wawatasi Way. NPC 11 Ward 4, a nomination for Chapel Hill United Methodist Church at 157 Chapel Hill Drive.
Here.
NPC 11 Ward 4 nomination for Randall and Darlene Bowman at 2320 Southwest Capitol Avenue. NPC 5 Ward 1 nomination for Kevin Casterline at 76 Broadway Boulevard.
That's the program.
NPC 11 Ward 4 nomination for Southwest Michigan Commercial Properties at 240 East Columbia Avenue. That is it, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Ted. I'm going to call upon first the former mayor of Burton, Michigan. He'll give us a little bit of his insight on their home.
Great, thank you. It's been a journey. So 4 years ago, we moved into 200 Wawatasi Way in Battle Creek, Michigan, and we are the current custodians of that property. It actually went 6-8 years unlived in, so it was multiply overgrown with vine and everything else. But actually, it is not necessarily our house. It belongs to the city of Battle Creek in a weird way. It's a historical property, and we are merely, like I mentioned, the custodians of that. And so we got into removing trees, and we got into restacking rock walls, we got into replacing tile roof, reglazing windows, all those things that come with a house that nobody can do contractually anymore. And again, we're bringing it back, but it's a magical house. And it actually belonged to the Fells. And there's a great history, lots of history, magical place. Lots of important people have actually visited and gone through that facility or that house. And it's a real honor to maintain it and keep it up for the city as well as ourselves. So it's been absolutely great. It's a lot of time. If you drive by our house at any particular time, probably 90% of the time I'm outside working, unless it's snowing, then we're inside remodeling that. But I have one other thing to bring up. Do I have one more second? Okay. I also have the luxury of being part of NPC 11. So I just wanted to reach out and say, it's a great honor to be part of the NPC group because we're the ones, I look at it as almost, we're the field team or call it the farm team for what happens with the city commission. So we're the ones that are cultivating leadership and ideas and everything else that hopefully make it back up to this level. But David and Dawn, who are here tonight, they're the chair people who actually do the Beautiful Battle Creek Award for our NPC 11 and do a phenomenal job of that. We have a couple other people. We have Jinsey and Jane who actually put all of the information together on our guest speakers. They do a phenomenal job. We have Amanda Bernard that are part of our leadership for the group as well. I also want to reach out just to the city It's really great to have, and I'll go through the council here real quick. Sherry shows up all the time, and I greatly appreciate that. We've had, let me get a couple more people on here. Helen shows up all the time. We appreciate that. Yolanda. We have Ty as our police officer who shows up. We have multiple guest speakers who show up. And I just throw out there that if you ever have, as a city commissioner, if you have any ideas or if you want any feedback from the community, go to your NPC groups. Because this group can give you information and the thought process on what we think about chip seal, what we think about the Battle Creek Mall, what we think about lift stations, what we think about what's having a Riverside Country Club. This group has tons and tons of knowledge, and they're willing to give you all that feedback, so they're there. And also, mostly I'd like to thank Commissioner Chris, because he is our liaison. So he's been almost at every single meeting. He brings the word back and brings all the information that you share back to us and gives us the opportunity then to give feedback that hopefully rolls back up to yourselves. So again, thank you.
So I'm Reverend Julie Elmore from Chapel Hill United Methodist Church. As I say every Sunday, I'm blessed and delighted. So when I use the word we, I'm really talking about Claire. Claire and her team of Flower Power. Okay, so Flower Power has worked really hard in the last 2 to 3 years to really kind of revamp our yard, and they work tirelessly to make it beautiful. So thank you for the honor of receiving this award.
Well, congratulations. We'd like to present this to you, and hopefully the members of your church will be able to visit for your conference. We appreciate it very much. And I must confess that I used to be a Boy Scout in the basement of your church. Going back to the late 60s and 70s.
Well, we have a current Boy Scout in the front row here.
Be prepared.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did you want to share anything? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate this presentation today.
Thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. Yeah. Congratulations, Lance. You did your best, Marcy. That's all that counts.
Let's take a picture.
You did your best.
Next item on the agenda is chair noting any added or deleted resolutions.
There were none.
Thank you. Next item is petitions, communications, and reports.
Communication was received from John Kennefick, which has been shared with the commission.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is a public hearing. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
This is a public hearing to receive comment on an application seeking to rezone the property at 26 Harvard Street, located on the east side of Harvard Street between Calhoun Street to the north and Frelinghuysen Street to the south, from its current zoning classification of R2 two-family residential district to T3 neighborhood commercial district.
I declare the public hearing open. If you'd like to make public comment on the subject for this public hearing, please raise your hand and wait for us to acknowledge you to come forward to the podium where you will have 3 minutes to make your comment. Please state your name and address before making the comment. Are there any public comments about our public hearing? Are there any public comments about our public hearing? Seeing none, we'll declare the public hearing closed. Next item on our agenda is public comment regarding any remaining agenda items. If you'd like to make public comment regarding any remaining agenda item, please raise your hand, and we will acknowledge you to come forward to the podium. You will have 4 minutes to make your comments. Please state your name and your address before beginning your comment and indicate which agenda item you are speaking to. Are there any public comments at this time? Are there any public comments? Yes, Reese Atkins.
Good evening, Reese Atkins, 84 South 23rd Street. I am speaking on 224. A little bit concerned when I seen this come up on the agenda. The Share Center is a beautiful place. I've gone down there before, but they go to help people overcome their addictions, but then when they're asking for something like this, it is giving people the ability to start thinking they can start gambling, which is an addiction. So it's like they're covering one up or dealing with one to start another, which doesn't really make sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Reese. Kathy Antia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Kathy Antea, Park Ridge. Sorry, I couldn't remember my street. Thank you, Mr. Reese, for asking that question. And I know that does seem kind of squirrely, and I just read it myself. I actually am the one who approached our commission to include this resolution. The whole purpose of it sounds really weird, to obtain a charitable gaming license. We're not gaming at the Cherish Center. First of all, let me assure you, there's no gambling going on. There shouldn't be any gambling going on at the Sheriff Center, let me say that. You know, football games, whatever, I can't speak to that. But generally speaking, no. This is specifically for a fundraising opportunity that we plan on creating this November. In fact, you'll hear more about it because I'll probably say something about it at every city commission meeting from here until November. A fundraising event that we plan for the Share Center. As you well know, funding is really dicey right now with cuts in all governmental systems, particularly the federal government. The Share Center is desperately searching for ways to raise money to continue our operation. The operation at the Share Center saves lives. People are alive today because the Share Center has been open during the day, every day, 365 days a year. We provide personal hygiene items as well as 3 meals a day. We can do your laundry there. We have showers available for folks that don't have that otherwise. We plan on having a large fundraising operation at Riverside. Jeepers creepers, and I just heard something dicey about Riverside. So, but we plan on having our November fundraiser at Riverside Golf Club, and it will include a raffle. So essentially that's what the gaming is about. It's not like we think of at the casinos. It's simply a raffle, but the state of Michigan requires us to have a license, and they needed to be sure that we are a legitimate nonprofit organization, that we haven't just snuck in and said, yeah, we're a new nonprofit, give us a gambling license. No. That's why the City Commission is being asked to acknowledge the work, the good work that the Share Center does do. We also are planning several other fundraising opportunities for the Share Center. We run on a very, very slim budget, and we are currently in the hole, and our fiscal year isn't near over. We're desperately trying to raise funds and save money in all kinds of ways. I just had 5 people in at the Share Center for 4 hours this past Sunday. We painted walls, we painted shelving units, we did some deep cleaning. We try and care for the outside of the building. I had a friend of mine come in today to work on our washers and dryers. All of these things we're trying to do without any cost to the Share Center because of the slim margins that they're working with. If you would like to donate to our meal program and our food program, please go to our Facebook page, Share Center Battle Creek. I think it's something like that. And there's an opportunity for you to contribute to our meal service program, which is direct funds that go right into the food. We also encourage people, if you'd like to get a group of your pals together, to come to the Share Center, bring food. You can cook in our kitchen and serve meals to our customers. And I must tell you, our customers tell us when new people come in and are smiling at them and looking at them and serving them food, how much better they feel. You might not think that a smile means a whole lot, but for people that are struggling every day just to find a toothbrush, just to find a safe place to sleep, just to find a little something to eat, a nice smile from a stranger means a whole bunch of difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any other public comment at this time? David?
My name is David Moore. I've been a sheriff's center years back before it got remodeled. Since the last time I've been down there, a lot of it has came a long ways. I got that Kathy came up here and cleared a lot of this stuff up, and I don't hate anybody get the wrong impression of these programs that we have here, like gambling and things like that. All that was somebody came up here and cleared it up a little bit, explain it. And I think people a lot of times misinterpret what is going on. And I like the Sheriff's Center. It's done a lot of great things for the city of Battle Creek. I wish them the best, and I wish them great. And I've been since a long time since I've been down there. I used to have been 25, 30 years ago. I was down there. I think the last time I was down there. And I've been see what other things they do down there. They play card games, and they play games down there and stuff like that when I went down there. But I've seen it has come a long way since the last time I've been there. So I wish the best for the Sheriff's Center.
Thank you, David. Any other public comments at this time? John?
John Kinnivick, 234 South Avenue. This is a really easy one and not really that difficult. It's Resolution 217 for the transit office furniture to spend $88,000. Being that I'm extremely conservative, I would hate to have furniture that needed to replace that was still good. But also I look at the $88,000 that could have gone towards, say, not taking out a loan for the fire department, not taking out a loan whatsoever. That money could have been applied to them. Apparently the $88,000 is more important for furniture than it is paying off the fire department and keeping the loan, or if not, take out a loan at all whatsoever and put money aside in a capital improvement plan so that you don't have to take out a loan and stick us with extra interest rates. So you're probably going to pass this anyway. It just goes to show where your priorities are at. It is not an essential service for the Transit Authority for the $88,000. But then again, I guess you like things that aren't important and pay for them. Thank you.
Any other public comment at this time? Seeing none, move on to adoption of ordinance 208. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
This resolution adopts ordinance number 07-2025, approving the rezoning of property at 26 Harvard Street, located on the east side of Harvard Street between Calhoun Street to the north and Freeling-Heisen Street to the south, from its current zoning classification of R2 two-family residential district to T3 neighborhood commercial district.
I move to adopt ordinance 07-2025.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to adopt ordinance 07-2025. Are there any comment by the commission? Seeing none, would you please vote on the adoption of ordinance 07-2025? The adoption of ordinance 07-2025 has been approved. Next item on the agenda is commission comment regarding meeting business.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the consent agenda. Is there any item that Commissioner would like to talk about? Seeing none, would you please vote on the consent agenda? The consent agenda has been approved. Next item on our agenda is Resolution 221. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
This resolution, if approved, authorizes the city manager to execute an agreement between the City of Battle Creek and the Lila Arboretum Society for the provision of educational programming, park stewardship, urban forestry consultation to the city and its citizens, as well as installation and maintenance of the seasonal planting plan and winter display for downtown Battle Creek for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Move to approve resolution 221.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve Resolution 221. Are there any comments by the commission? Seeing none, would you please vote on Resolution 221?
I'm sorry, I did that wrong. It did pass, I'm just not sure why it's,
Resolution 221 has been approved. We'll show the roll call in just a second.
I'm not sure why it's not showing, but it is passed.
Okay.
Everyone voted, it was unanimous.
All right, thank you very much. We had a unanimous vote on Resolution 221, which was approved. Next item on our agenda is Resolution 222.
This is a resolution affirming the city attorney's overall performance rating of exceeds expectations pursuant to the terms of Section 5 of the employment agreement between the city attorney and the city commission, and approves an increase to the city attorney's base salary in the amount of $6,180 effective August 1st, 2025, which represents a 4% increase. The city commission also awards a lump sum bonus of $6,180, which represents 4% of Mr. Kim's 2024 base salary.
Move to approve Resolution 222.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve Resolution 222. Are there any comments by the commission? Seeing none, would you please vote on Resolution 222? Resolution 222 has been approved. Next item on our agenda is Resolution 223.
This resolution, if approved, authorizes city participation in the Purdue-Sackler National Opioid Settlement.
Move to approve Resolution 223.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve Resolution 223. Are any comments by the commission? Seeing none, would you please vote on Resolution 223? Resolution 223 has been approved. Next item on our agenda is Resolution 224. Madam Clerk, when you're ready.
This resolution, if approved, recognizes the Drop-In Self-Help Center, doing business as Share Center, as a qualified nonprofit organization operating in the Battle Creek community, and supports their application for a charitable gaming license from the state of Michigan.
Move to approve Resolution 224.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve Resolution 224. Are there any comments by the commission? Commissioner Patrick O'Donnell.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I totally understand now what's needed here with lots of fundraising going on. I belong to a group we have to get a gaming license for because we're doing a duck race for diabetes. So the uniqueness of all these events, you still got to follow the charitable fundraising rules. So I totally understand. Thank you, Kathy, from earlier. I'm all set.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commission comments? Commissioner Lacoste.
I just wanted to say I'm experienced with the raffles in the state of Michigan too, and as Kathy pointed out, the Share Center is just trying to do a raffle to raise money. Currently, they're getting a lot less assistance from Summit Point this year, and they are short about $160,000 out of their $760K budget. So they only have operating funds right now to continue through December. So if they don't raise money, you know, in forms of raffles, things like that, they're not going to be able to help the people that badly need it in this community. They do a lot of things, like Kathy pointed out, the meals, the hygiene. They help people obtain vital records, because that's an issue a lot of times with recovery from addiction, employment services, things like that. They service over 200 people about every year. So they're going to have that raffle on November 6th, I guess, and have a Cher impersonator or karaoke. So anyone that can go and support them, that would be good.
Commissioner Carla Reynolds.
Thank you. I just want to thank the city staff for getting the proclamation together to meet their deadline. Really appreciate the fast work that you guys did. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commission comments? Seeing none, would you please vote on Resolution 224? Resolution 224 has been approved. Next item on our agenda is general public comment. If you'd like to make general public comment regarding matters over which the City Commission has control, please raise your hand and wait for us to acknowledge you to come forward to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to make your comment. Please state your name and address prior to making the comment. Are there any public comment? Yes, ma'am.
I heard that there's talk of killing deer in Battle Creek, and rather than doing that, I don't know why we wouldn't go to the DNR and give out more licenses to kill them during hunting season. I know people are upset because they're eating their bushes and such, and there are deer everywhere, but we've invaded their space. We've got empty Ralston's building. We should be tearing some of these buildings down, making green space, or new office buildings. There's a brand new building, pretty new, 10 years old, I think, by the Federal Center. It used to be Davenport College. That could be excellent offices for people. So that's my first one. My second one is, rumor has it that there's going to be a tax abatement of $2,500 for Gogwak Lake residents to support Laird Lake and Heritage Lakes. And that was on Facebook. So I don't know how true it is, but my friend suggested I come talk to you. And then my last one is, I heard that they're looking for more millage for the TAC. And will that be a millage, or will it automatically be assessed to our taxes, or a bond?
Well, I get criticized when I respond, so I'm going to ask you just to wait till after the meeting, and Ted Urin and I will give you the
Okay.
answer.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Yep. Any other, yes, ma'am. Mary?
Hi, how are you? I didn't bring 9 copies, so I was told, so I was told to leave this and you'll get a copy in the morning.
Thank you.
But I've discussed this with Mayor and Commissioner Morris about the MDOT properties. They have over 80. They're excess inventory. They've been excess inventory since the century started. They haven't paid taxes in decades, and we need to go through this process and fill out this form to get them on the market so people can buy them. I think you guys should know about this. 3 minutes is just a really not big enough time to talk about it. So it's embarrassing, but the application is 4 pages long, and I'm working with Eric. Call Eric if you have questions. He's a really nice person. He really is. And he likes to talk to people, because I guess nobody nice talks to him. And then I have a list of all the properties we like included. One's, I think, an abandoned road. The mayor knew the road, Idaho. And so I think things like this need to be discussed. There's 80 lots, over 80 lots. This is all, they got sewers, streets, street lights, sidewalks. They're all ready for development, but we can't do anything because MDOT owns them and is silly. Anyways, that's why I'm talking to you. So if you have questions the mayor knows about it, he knows how to get a hold of me. Commissioner Morris knows about it. She knows how to get a hold of me. Talk to me, talk to Eric. He's super nice. And hopefully you guys can get the information and understand and be on board. It takes them, just so you know, takes them 1 to 2 years to get through their evaluation to even put it on the market for sale. So it's not like we got to know about things this week. But I like for to share, help you guys know. See ya.
Thank you, Mary. We appreciate you talking about this subject. And Mary is the most recent home buyer in Post Franklin on Lathrop.
Thanks.
Ann, you're next. And Ann built the home
I'm
on
Annie
Lathrop.
Stetler, 69 East Langley. I am a supporter of Mary's. The city owns a ton of property. The Calhoun County Bank owns a ton of property. And Mary's point tonight was MDOT owns 80 properties. Properties are primarily down around, MDOT's properties are primarily down around KCFCU, down in that area. We need housing. It's not the first time I've said that, and we all know it. We need affordable housing. That's an oxymoron, you guys. I don't know how to figure that one out, so that's up to you. That's not my area of expertise, but we do need affordable housing. The land that Mary's talking about is already developed. The roads are in, the sewer's in, the water's in, they may be lead pipes, I don't know, but it is ready to go. The land is flat, dig holes, let's rock. So it is prepped, it is ready to build homes. The only thing I wouldn't know about is an environmental study. And this all goes back to Mary's passion about the land bank properties, the city properties that we own, and the MDOT properties that we own. So just an awareness, this property is ready to go, you guys. Sidewalks are there, streets are there, sewer and water are there, all the systems are in for the drainage. They're good neighborhoods, they're clean, they're flat, they're ready, there's no trees to take out, power, I mean, gas, yeehaw, let's go. So anyways, that's supporting Mary tonight, and that's my 2 cents. But I will tell you, don't look at me because I'm counting coffee filters at this point. I'm on my way out, so.
Thank you, Ann. Joe?
I can't top that. She was really good. I just want to briefly talk to the city about the flag policy. My stance has always been the same, and that it's alignment with Vice Mayor Sophia, and that we should not be flying any other flags except the American flag, the state of Michigan flag, and the Battle Creek City flag. As it sits, the flag policy we currently have does 2 things. Produces viewpoint discrimination in that when the flag is flown into a political ideology or social or whatever, not everyone in the city will agree with that, and then that in turn can cause division, and it can basically build up walls instead of tearing them down. It's been said that the United States flag does not unify Americans as a whole. Well, I'm here to tell you that the people who say that are ill-informed of the American flag's meaning. Now, we all know that there are 13 stripes in the American flag. These stripes represent the 13 original colonies. The colors of red, white, and blue also have their meaning. 1776, the Secretary of the Continental Congress, Charles Thompson, said the following: "The white signifies purity and innocence." I believe this means that as Americans we're to be pure and innocent in our motivations, in particular when it comes to governance. Thompson goes on to say that the red means hardiness and valor. Now, I was taught that the red signifies bravery. The blue signifies vigilance and perseverance and justice. The unity comes into play, and that is the 50 stars. Each state is different and diverse in their laws and population. It's the 50 stars that unite us as a whole. At our core, we're Americans. The United States flag represents that fact. Doesn't matter your race, your sex, your creed, your ideological background, we are Americans. And that's how the American flag unites all of us as a whole. So I'm asking the city to retract the current flag policy, which divides, and replace it with the one that unites, one that's simple and that the city will fly the American flag, state of Michigan flag, and the city flag. I thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comments. Any other comments at this time? Kathy?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'd like to start by thanking DPW for filling a gigantic pothole, Michigan Avenue right near Ridgemore, that I've been crashing through for a couple days, and I noticed today it was filled. So thank you, DPW, for continuing to do a good job. Second, I want to ask about the Community Oversight Board. I think it's been at least 2 months since they last met, and I'm getting a little anxious. I know we have lots of important things, but I just want to keep poking the bear and making sure that we move forward with that Community Oversight Board for the police department. I also have a suggestion regarding our farmers market, which has been great this year. Thank you so much for all of our vendors that are coming here and for the Kellogg Arena folks who have been arranging it. They've been doing a really good job. And I might suggest that we consider, and I don't know if the city has control over this or if that's the parking people, that we allow for free parking in the structure on the mornings of the farmers market from, thank you, sorry, from 9 a.m. until 1 is all the hours that the farmers market runs, and it'd be really convenient if we could make it free parking in there at that time. I think that would encourage people. I also finally, I think 1, 2, yep. I also want to make sure that I thank Commissioner Reynolds, Mayor Banky, Commissioner Morris for supporting the gaming license for the Share Center. Thank you for city staff for rushing that through as well. I appreciate the effort that they had to put in there for the city attorney having to read through it. Thank you very much for that. I assure you that as Commissioner LaCrosse suggested, we are in dire financial straits. I think one of the things that we need to think about is not just the 1,750 odd people that we have served at the Share Center. Those are 1,700 and some odd people individually that we have served at the Share Center last year. But I want you to envision Battle Creek without the Share Center. If we have no day shelter for the folks that have no place to go, they're going to need to go somewhere. And that somewhere is going to be more visible to us. I personally have lots of friends over at the Share Center, so I'll see lots more of my friends up and down Michigan Avenue. I'll see lots more of my friends in the city parks around here. But I don't think that that's necessarily a really good option for my friends. I think my friends need to have a place where they can go to the bathroom every day, where they can get coffee, where they can get a meal, where they can get a friendly face and a safe place out of the heat or the cold every day. But I want you to think about Battle Creek downtown in particular of what's going to happen if the Share Center does have to close. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. You can't have two chances. Reese?
Good evening, Reese Atkins, 84 South 23rd Street. I just want to say thank you to the City Commission and to everybody from the city who took long hours in getting us a new city manager. I went down to the hotel, anticipated in the open session to meet and greet with the city manager candidates. Y'all did an awesome job, and I think the young lady that's going to be hopefully coming aboard very soon will do an excellent job at being city manager for the city of Battle Creek, and I just want to say thank you and job well done.
Thank you, Reese. Yeah, David?
Again, I support the Sheriff's Center and them my best of luck. And let's congratulate the new city manager. I don't know where she's at tonight, but that's not the one. But it was a new city manager. I wasn't here the last Thursday night. I'm sorry I couldn't be here, but I wish her the best of luck.
Thanks. Thank you, David. Any other public comment? John?
John Kennevic, 234 South Avenue. The subject today is the ineptitude and failure of the Kellogg Arena. About 2003 to 2005, the city approved $2.1 million for improvements at the Kellogg Arena. Then within 5 years, it spent another $500,000 to the Kellogg Arena again. So we're at $2.6 million within this time period. As of September 2013, the city government took out a loan of more than $15 million. $3 million went to the Kellogg Arena improvements. So now we're up to about $8 million. You may have received a packet, and I hope you did receive that packet, because I looked at the Internal Revenue Service Form 990 of the Serial City Development Corporation, Kellogg Arena, and it shows an abysmal failure of the arena to actually be self-sufficient. Let me give you an example. 2011, the revenue stream coming into the arena was over $1,400,000. What was their profit when they were finally done after expenditures? $10. In 2012, they took in, again, $1,400,000+. After their expenditures, they took in a profit of $10. This went on till 2018. They took in a total of over $10 million, and the amount of profit they took in was $80. But that wasn't the end of it. In 2020, they took in $1,100,000 or more. They took a negative income of $58,609. They went red ink. And just last year, they took in $1,684,000, and they went negative $162,644, according to Form 990 of the Internal Revenue Service. They don't want to stand on their own 2 feet, and you want to reinforce them. I've come to the conclusion you don't think of the citizens of Battle Creek as tax-paying citizens or citizens at all. I think you tend to refer to them as indentured servants, that you put loans on them continually. A lot of our concerns could be taken care of if you'd simply sell the arena, because it's obviously a failure and doesn't want to stand on its own 2 feet, even after 40 years worth of operations. We have the priorities of fire stations that you've taken loans out on. If you'd taken this money here and never given it to the arena, you'd be well on your way 20 years ago to having the money without taking out a loan to fix fire stations. But that forethought and thinking is not something you're interested in doing. You are interested in taking loans out of the citizens, which means they simply not only have to pay for what the cost is, but all the millions and millions of dollars in interest. That's money out of their pockets to protect themselves. You're thinking of the government above the citizens of Battle Creek. I think we need a new series of people. Thank you.
Time is up. Any other public comment at this time? Seeing none, any commission comments? Commissioner Patrick O'Donnell?
Well, thank you, Mayor. I just was thinking about the 2 great things we heard about tonight. One of them was the American flag and how we unite everyone in the country, even though we have our own differing opinions of life. It's so glad that we have a country where we can come together and express our gratitude and for the people that fought before us to allow us these freedoms. The other thing is that got a good cheering on free parking, so hopefully we can look into something with the farmers market to help out with that. So, and then hopefully everyone will come down and get a burger this weekend. I see there's a burger festival, so come support the downtown. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner LaCosse?
Yes, I just wanted to point out that resolution number 217, for those that didn't know, is a grant-funded resolution. I know a lot of people don't get that information beforehand. I wanted to also say what Kathy said about farmers market free parking. I think it's an excellent idea. I'd also like to see Saturday hours possibly, as well as Wednesday. And then as far as Kellogg Arena, I just wanted to point out that they are a nonprofit, and to have something like a $10 balance at the end shows that they're doing something right. You kind of want nonprofits to be at that amount because they typically reinvest those funds into that organization. So I just wanted to point that out for everybody.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other commission comments? Seeing none, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you for attending.